Hello, good morning to everyone. So I'm Joseph Exiomo and I'm here to report or give a case analysis about Manulife and how microeconomics apply in their company, in their performance, in their conduct. So before this, I just want to give a brief introduction about the Manulife and later, we will evaluate the overall performance of Manulife by correlating the conduct and their performance with its current market share. So, first of all, I want to discuss what type of industry is Manulife in. So, Manulife is considered an insurance industry. So, it is one of the leading international financial services group in not just in Canada, but also around the world. So, it offers other services like financial services, wealth and asset management, of course, life insurance, and annuities. So, as one of the largest insurance industry, uh, Manulife has been known as one of the top performers in the stocks. So it is the world's largest in terms of share in the market of insurance industry. So its share is significant, which attracts investors to invest in. So what market structure does Manulife fall into? So what category? So Manulife falls under the structure of an oligopoly. So by definition, oligopoly refers to a market structure wherein a few large firms dominate the industry. So if we come to think of it, there are several insurance companies, not just Manulife and not just a few. There are several insurance industries, and Manulife is just one of those that exists. But why do we consider Manulife as an oligopoly? Because Manulife is one of those that hold a majority share. So that's the keyword, majority share in the entire insurance industry. So even though there are hundreds of existing insurance companies, there are only a few companies that holds majority of the share in the entire insurance industry. So that's why Manulife falls into the category of oligopoly. So Manulife, if not the top, but it is considered one of the top players in the insurance industry. So, as such, the presence of other insurance companies will have a minimal effect on Manulife's share to the entire industry. So, again, Manulife falls under the oligopoly. So, as I mentioned, Manulife is the top one of the top players in the insurance industry. So, let's go now to the conduct of Manulife. So, this refers to the activities that they recently did that somehow affected their share or somehow affected how people react to their share or to their business. So first is the Loblaw deal. So what is this Loblaw deal about? So recently, last September, Manulife decided to transition the specialty drug care program primarily through the Shoppers Drug Mart and other Loblaw owned pharmacies starting January 22, 2024. So for our information, Loblaw is another company that is involved in retail, uh, particularly pharmaceutical products. So there's a partnership between Manulife and Loblaw deal that they will limit the specialty drug uh, program to those that are uh, sold only by the Loblaw pharmacy, Loblaw owned pharmacy drug. So this action affects or will affect around 260 medications under the said program, the specialty drug care program. So, what's the big deal about it? This will affect those drugs that are meant for treating life-threatening conditions since those drugs are under the said program, the Specialty Drug Care Program. So, in line with the company's decision, Loblaw, which owns the Shoppers Drug Mart, uh, claims that there will be no changes when it comes to the patient's experience. It could either remain the same or improve. That's what they claim. However, during the last quarter of 2023, uh, some critics criticized this action because it somehow would limit the uh, the accessibility of the drugs for some people because some people needs to uh, drive several kilometers just to purchase a specific drug, which before is not a problem, but now it became a problem because uh, the accessibility of the drugs are limited only to those owned by Loblaw pharmacies. So it creates a big impact to those that are undergoing special care treatment. So that's one thing. So uh, moving on, there are backlash that that was received by Manulife because of this action. And later on, we will discuss further how it affected the demand or how it affected or how people responded to it when we talk about Manulife's performance. But next, we move on to another conduct by Manulife, which is their global expansion. So during the last quarter of 2023, Manulife focused in its global expansion. So their shares have dropped 5.4% in the third quarter of 2023. So this affected their volatility levels, which had a downward trend in 2023. So for our information, volatility refers to the fluctuation of the stock price or the ups and downs of stock price or the stability of the stock price. So the more volatile the stock market is, uh, it implies that the risk is somehow affected. So once the stability of the stock market goes up and down frequently, it's the frequency of the fluctuation. It means that it's more volatile and it implies that it's riskier to invest. But when it comes to investment, the more risky the investment is, the more returns would be. So this move by Manulife, their global expansion, applies the principle of opportunity cost. So in microeconomics, opportunity cost refers to the value of the best alternative that must be sacrificed when a decision is made in order to pursue a particular action. In other words, it's the cost of what you give up in order to choose one option over another. So, applying this principle, Manulife risks having operational risks, which could affect their stock volatility instead of just focusing in their current investments or investors. And furthermore, there are also regulatory conditions or regulatory compliance that they should observe, like disruptions in the supply chain and other risks that could increase the uncertainty and volatility in their stock price, especially if the investors perceive the company's global operations as risky or poorly managed. So aside from this, the currency fluctuations can also impact the economy's or the company's financial performance and stock price because as we all know, currency changes frequently and as changes in exchange rates affect the revenue and earnings when it's translated into the company's reporting currency. So next is the era plan points. So what is this all about? The era plan points to group the benefits members. So like other banks, Manulife Financial Corporation says that it has reached a deal to offer Aeroplan loyalty points to group benefits members through their new digital platform. So through this initiative, members can even earn points for their qualified activities. So what are these qualified activities? It includes exercising, walking, buying health-related items, enrolling in educational courses or like health-related courses, and downloading the digital benefits card. So these are some of the activities that would earn the customers points. So this initiative has been announced last September when Manulife disclosed that it had partnered with Toronto-based tech company to improve the digital experience for the healthcare. So this Toronto-based tech company is named League. So they partnered with League to improve their digital experience for healthcare benefits. And Manulife also stated that they would also put benefits and healthcare options in one place. So again, these three conducts, the Loblaw deal, the global expansion, and the Aeroplan points are just some of the recent conducts made by Manulife. So moving on to their performance. So we will now talk about how people responded or how specifically their stock or performance was affected by these conducts. So first is the Loblaw deal. So, though this is just a recent move by Manulife, this consolidation of the pharmacy business will create fewer customer choices and result in higher prices. For example, in rural communities, like for example in Chiliwak or some Abbotsford or like suburb area, uh, a person has to drive long distances to buy, let's say, a drug that is in a Loblaw owned pharmacy, which is not the case before. So despite operating in different sectors, the Manulife and Loblaw are significant entities within the Canadian economy. We all uh we all know that. And Manulife is, as I've mentioned before, Manulife is one of the largest insurance companies in Canada and the world as well. So, being a significant player in insurance industry, Manulife's activities can significantly impact the economy. First, it provides employment opportunities, not just through their workforce, but also to other associated industries. And its operations contributes to job opportunities, which also affects the economy of the country. So, with the recent action with Loblaw, the Stackelberg's oligopoly, or what we call the leader and follower model, could happen. Why? Because they are the most known insurance company in the world. And their output and their performance, their conduct could lead other insurance companies to follow and maximize their respective outputs based on the output of Manulife. So that's how Stackelberg oligopoly will apply in the case of Manulife by closing a deal with Loblaw-owned pharmacy. So also, Manulife's output can influence the consumer and investors, the trust of the consumers and investors as being a well-known insurance company. So positive outcomes for their conduct can contribute to their overall economic optimism. So also Loblaw, on the other hand, the other party, the Loblaw Pharmacy, is a leading retailer that represents a significant portion of the overall retail sales in Canada. So their presence in the retail sector influences competition and pricing dynamics within the industry. So its strategies like there's pricing deviation or pricing decisions, uh, product offerings, what else? Their initiatives, expansion initiatives, uh, these factors can help shape the market trends and consumer behavior. So both Manulife and Loblaw play significant roles in the Canadian economy through their respective activities in the financial services and retail sectors. So the recent decision made by Manulife could significantly affect their share in the market because for Manulife in particular, some clients might shift to other insurance companies which can affect the elasticity of demand for Manulife. Next is global expansion. Manulife's global expansion in the recent pandemic have significantly affected the company's stock price volatility in the market. So this could pose both positive and negative impacts on the investors. So to give an illustration, Manulife's stock price volatility decreased during third quarter or let's say August 2023. And it means that during this period or the quarter three, Manulife stock price Manulife stock price has become more stable. So however, yes, stability is good, but this means that they could have gained lower potential returns during this time. Because I've mentioned earlier that the lesser the risk, the lesser the returns is for investment. So with lower volatility, investors may feel more confident investing with Manulife, which could lead to a higher trading. And uh in when you go to the website of Manulife, they posted a figure that was taken from Yahoo Finance that shows the decrease in Manulife stock price volatility during that said quarter. So moving on, let's move to the next or the last conduct that we've discussed by the Manulife. It is the aeroplan points. So the aeroplan points to group benefits members. So this initiative received positive consumer feedbacks since the point system attracted many individuals to Manulife's digital platform because currently we're on a digital age and people wants to have a complete record of their activities, like they want to organize things, and Manulife is catching up with this trend. So as this is still during us this is still a starting stage for Manulife in this kind of setup. So investors view this action as a wise move for the company. And for them, as I mentioned before, the principle of opportunity cost applies in this kind of conduct by Manulife because Manulife has made an intelligent move to increase the revenue or increase their revenue and improve their digital experience because they could have invested somewhere else, but they focused on enhancing the customer experience by having this initiative, which is the Aeroplan points. And since point system has been used uh several years by different banks, and since Manulife is also involved in financial industry, so it is a wise move uh to have this kind of platform in digitalizing their system or digitalizing the activities related to their insurance system or insurance company. So in conclusion, despite the controversies and backlash to Manulife's conduct, we cannot deny that they're still generally recognized as a prominent and influential player in the insurance industry. So they have a strong brand presence, extensive product offerings, and a global footprint which attracted investors despite the fluctuations in the market price. As to other competitors, Manulife remains on top of the industry because they emphasize customer satisfaction and loyalty. And their recent conduct shows that they strive to deliver exceptional service to their customers. So, next is to close this discussion, Manulife is also established company, and it has established partnership to help them reach customers through different channels. So these include financial advisors, banks, digital platforms, and as such, the Stackelberg model, which we've discussed earlier, or the leader follower model, becomes the quantity setting model for Manulife and its competitors. And because Manulife is under the oligopoly structure, its competitors have become interdependent and faced temptation to cooperate based on the game theory. And they have no other option but to uh, follow the conduct of Manulife because Manulife is uh, top among the top players in the insurance business. So that's all. Again, thank you and good morning.